Tim, in the second race, Starcraft Prince got beaten that proverbial whisker in his debut and was somewhat disappointing in his second start when you were particularly victorious in that race.
Yeah, disappointed with his last run, but it's been that time of the year where the horses get viruses, and I don't know if it's pollen in the air, you know, change of seasons. So just put a line through that. That definitely wasn't his run. He's looking good now. Bad draw, which we're going to have to contend with, but yeah, all's well with him, I think, and I'm expecting him to run at least in the places.
Okay, so we could get a little bit of place accumulator money in the second.
Yeah, I wouldn't leave him out, but it's going to be tough to win from that draw.
Moving on to Agalia in the first leg of the place accumulator. She's a daughter of Battersea Park. Moderate kind of debut, and then I have to say disappointing in her second start.
Yeah, I thought it was a nice debut. She went to the front and sort of hung on, and it wasn't 100% fit. Same sort of thing with Starcraft Prince. You just put a line through that last run. It might have come too, or did come too soon for her. I'm coming back to the 1200. She's got lots of speed. If it wasn't for the draw, I'd be a bit more confident, but I'm also expecting her to be thereabouts.
You've started off the afternoon with two shocking draws. Now you get a really nice draw with Sisters of Mercy, who won 3 on the bounce and then was beaten by Miss K in her last start. She's up against quite a stiff opposition, but she looks very progressive.
Yeah, she's a lovely filly. We had to scratch her about 2 weeks ago. She also got this virus, and it hit her quite hard. The main objective is the Yellowwood handicap, and so this is really just to bring her on for that. She had a 1 draw. You can't throw that away, but it's a smallish field. I'm hoping for a good run, but the guys must know she's not at her best yet, and you know, we just want her to come on from the run.
Okay, then moving on to Arcetri Pink. She's obviously a Group 2 winner of the Fillies Guineas. Touch the Sky, high-class filly. Obviously, these fillies have got bigger fish to fry, but they have to start the campaign somewhere.
Yes, and it's a perfect race, I think, to bring them back in over 14. Obviously too short for Touch the Sky, although she does have a lot of pace and she won her maiden over 14. So she could come up, got a nice draw. That counts in her favour. Pink would be, if you had to ask me before the race, I'd say Pink is probably the better of the two, but I think the draw does make a difference. So that being said, there's not much in it between the two of them. However, as far as well-being goes, very happy with the both of them.
And obviously you're hoping for a bit of rain, because Arcetri Pink has shown herself more than capable in the softer underfoot conditions. And I suppose, you know, it could easily happen. It does happen in the first week of October.
Yeah, she's a bit of a mudlark, so if it does rain, I think it would play into her favour.
Okay, then this very interesting fellow who's looking absolutely $1 million, so much like his great father, and a horse that's got a reputation second to none after having just run the proverbial whisker behind the Horse of the Year legislator in the Daily News 2000.
He's filled out. He's put on a lot of weight. I'd imagine it's about 10 or 15 kgs. Just a run to bring him on. Same sort of thing. It's a bit sharp for him, but he is still effective over this kind of trip. Don't have him fully wound up or tuned up. I mean, obviously the main target is the Summer Cup. But as far as his well-being goes, everything seems all right. Just got to try and hope for a bit of luck in the race.
Miss Rambo, the 4-year-old daughter of Gray's Inn, she seems to be getting better with each and every run. She does have a very poor draw to overcome, though.
Yeah, unfortunately. Another kind of horse that I'd say you could definitely throw her in the PA, and I think she'll give you a good run for her money. Whether or not she can win is all up to the luck in the race.
Obviously, she was scratched in her last start, where she was pretty much expected to win. You weren't happy with the blood count?
Yeah, same thing. Just this virus going around. We're all seeing it, and just trying to do a bit of damage control.
Adam, Azzie with us, and starting off in the first race with the Work Riders maiden plate. Don's Code, obviously a very, very interesting son of Mambo in Seattle, with a very good rider, France Samela aboard, and young Calvin Habib riding a son of Ideal World for you in the first.
Hi Andrew, yeah, we've got 2 first-timers there. You know, we would think they both need the run and the experience. That's why we've opted to go with the 1800 Work Riders first time out. Having said that, those races usually the company is a little bit weaker, and usually do find first timers can come out and win those 1800 work riders. So they are horses that could be competitive, but from track work at home they will need the run.
Okay, dokes, and then on to the first leg of the pick six, Lady Kai. The one predominant thing that prevails in her form line is the fact that there has been reports of respiratory noise. You got that sorted?
Yeah, we've done our best. You know, you only find out after the race if you've gotten to the bottom of it, but we keep trying new avenues, and we've carried on with the nebulizing and the extra things that we can do. You know, the field looks like it is tough. There's that horse of Mr. Terry's Ostentation that won impressively first time out. I was sitting with him in the jockey room, and he did say that she hadn't really been pressed at home, so he was happy with that victory. So I think she's probably one that you got to watch out for. And that horse Sav over 1,000 meters first time out, I know was backed, won impressively, went over the 1200, showed pace, looked like it may have emptied out back to the 1,000. So it's not a one-way show there. There are horses tough to beat.
Okay, then Striker climbs aboard Avenue in the last, and of course you've got the stable companion with JP van der Merwe aboard as far as his contractual agreement is concerned.
Well, JP's worked the filly the other day. You know, she said that she'll probably need the run. We've also thought so. Also need the experience with Blanket. Pierre opted to take Avenue beside the draw, so that must say something in itself that he asked to take the other filly and he was given the option. Avenue, I think after her last run she will give a much better account of herself, and she could go pretty close.
Striker, do we ever see him out here riding work?
I'll leave that question unanswered.
Take the Fifth Amendment.
I'll take the Fifth Amendment on that one, yeah.
All right, Mathew, the son of Kahal, gets the blinkers for the first time after 3 consecutive runs when he's been in the vicinity of 6 lengths off them. You expecting improvement with Chamu aboard?
Yeah, and you know, he raced very green in his previous outings, so put the blinkers on him at work, and his work was much better. Obviously, there's a couple of first-timers in the race that we don't know about, but I'm expecting an improved run from him.
Moving on to the first leg of the jackpot, the son of Grays in Canterbury Tail pulled the jock's arms out in the Gold Cup. He's much a better horse than that, and I think he's looking for his 4th victory.
Yeah, you know, he really did pull hard in the Gold Cup, but he wasn't actually beaten that far if you look at it. But he will be needing the run. We'll just probably switch him off, get him to relax, learn to relax again, learn to race properly, and it's just a start for the season.
Specific mission, Gold Bowl?
Yeah, I mean, that's quite far away, but there's a couple of nice feature races coming up over ground, so he's got a couple of options.
The son of Western Winter, Lava Flow, gets Samanga Kamala, the champion jockey. He looks very, very talented.
Yeah, Andrew, he's got a bit of ability. He's quite a classy looker. Obviously, we're quite far out of the weight with horses like Bezanova in the race, but he's going to be needing the run, and if he needs the run quite badly, you know, we'll be able to give him a run for his money. He's got ability, Lava Flow, and we're expecting a decent performance out of him.
Okay, then on to the Spring Challenge, the 7th of the afternoon. Your champion filly, the Equus champion 2-year-old filly of the year, Majmu, and her stable companion, Mayat, daughter of Sabring. They step up to the plate against their elders, and they'll think they're loose with 52 kilograms on their back.
Yeah, well, you know, this race, in the history, there's been some 3-year-old runners in it, and have done really well. Athena ran 2nd last year, and Iguga won it when she was 3, so I think it favours the 3-year-olds. Majmu's doing very well at home. It is a starting point for the season for her. Obviously, there's a few question marks whether she's going to actually see out the trip. I know she's bred to, but we think she will, but you never know on the day. But like I said, she's doing very well. And after the nursery here in Joburg, we were getting her ready for Scottsville, and she got a bad virus, and she really struggled with it. We could have pushed her for the mile at Greyville on Gold Cup Day, but you know, like I said, it was a push. And the track conditions at Greyville weren't too great, so we didn't want to take our chances. So we took a patient view, and hopefully it's worked out. You know, she's grown into a lovely filly, and she's doing really nicely.
Yeah, and of course the fact that people might speculate that she'll need the run. At the end of the day, she's unbeaten. She started her racing career on a high note. Have you got her at that point at least?
Well, I think she's been doing a lot of work for a while now. You know, 2-3 months, but racing fit and training fit is a big difference, and first time up to 1450 is not an easy task, and around the bend. So I say she's as fit as she can be at home, but the run will bring her on, and like I said, there's bigger things to come for her hopefully, and this is not where racing ends for her on Saturday. Mayatu throwing in at the deep end, she's really improved every week that's gone by, so we don't know what we're going to get from her, but we'll see on Saturday.